Blended ROAS. Wanted to talk about that with you because it's quite a big topic, I guess, like internally with a lot of our clients and how we're looking to sort of scale them. Some people call it different things. I've heard it represented in a different way, but firstly, I guess, what is a blended ROAS?
Yeah, I know it's an interesting topic actually, because I know it's something we've touched on in one of our previous podcasts. But essentially, a blended ROAS is looking at all of your total media spend versus your total site revenue. So it's looking at your full holistic picture of your site essentially. And it's something that we've really been investing in, kind of really over the past 12 months, particularly over post iOS 14 changes, where visibility in platforms has obviously got a lot worse. So it's a real good tool, a real really powerful tool to be able to kind of drive for scalable growth. And it's something that we're trying to implement with kind of as many of our clients as possible.
Why would you? So it'd be good to hear more detail on like the importance of it, like in terms of like scaling, other areas like that. Why has it been such a huge success for the people that are in sort of incorporating that into their...
So I think we have to looking back 12 months pre iOS. I think when we had full visibility in paid social platforms, it was a lot easier to be able to drive your spend into platform and actually know kind of roughly what you're getting out the back end of it, because everything was so trackable. I think post iOS 14 now we're looking at an industry where tracking is very limited in terms of what we can see, and visibility in platforms is much less. So having that holistic view is really important, actually knowing what's coming out of the back end of your paid media spend, because in platform it's not necessarily going to be visible and possible to see.
Always.
Exactly. I think really kind of tapping into that, one of the things that we've mentioned before, it's not that my Facebook ads has stopped working since iOS 14, it's just that you can't see exactly what it is doing. So it may still be driving positive growth, but if you're pulling back on spend because in platform results are looking bad, when actually your site revenue is looking good, that's counterintuitive in terms of what you're trying to push through when you're trying to scale, which is why having that holistic view is super important. One of the main things that we've been looking at doing, particularly for one of our clients, is having a daily tracker in place where we can look exactly what sales are coming into the business versus what all of our daily spend is across all of our platforms. And then we can make instant decisions based off what we're seeing essentially in a Google Sheet that we've created that's got all of this information.
If it's within like a certain range, then we're happy to scale from there. And I think, that like fluid nature of that gives clients a lot of confidence in increasing budgets. They're not waiting for a magic number to appear in Facebook ads platform. They know their margins already.
I think one of the important things to say, obviously, on this side of things is that we're not completely discounting what's going on in platform for, in each of the, Google ads, Facebook, TikTok, Snapchat, Pinterest. They've still got their place, all the data that we're collecting in all of these platforms, what we'll be able to optimize towards. But essentially the greater picture, what we're looking at is that total site revenue and what we're able to drive forward. One of the main things that we're also including within kind of this daily site tracker is actually any external factors that we may have coming into play. Obviously, when you're just looking at total site revenue versus your media spend input, that's kind of only one input, obviously, into the website. If there's, you're dropping any email campaigns, if there's any changes in weather, for example, if you're selling a product that's weather dependent, or, if there's any changes in the economy, for example, if we go into lockdown again, for example, all of these factors are obviously going to make an impact on what your total site revenue is going to be. And it's going to fluctuate based off the back of this, plus the media spend that we're putting into it. So we have to take all these factors into account when we're making these decisions.